Well, I got up today with the intention of going back to the firewood pile that I'm cleaning out, and I need to take my log splitter over there and split some big pieces of wood that are just too big for me to lift. And but then it rained, and so I had to change of plans, and I haven't been able to get cranked up yet. So it was a video I watched on YouTube today. A fellow's dog was killed. This beautiful little dog, and it just made me feel real sad. And then I got a subscriber, a new subscriber, and I went to check out his channel, and the first video I clicked on is apparently his father died several days ago, and it's just interesting how those two things kind of like just hit on the same day. And of course I love dogs, and that's just really sad. And this other fellow, I don't know from Adam yet really, but it was a real his video was very nice. It was just heartfelt and insightful, and it just got me. I just can't be stupid today. And so it's interesting. So I think what interests me is that out of all this, aside from just the sad feelings, is that these people would record these events and share them like they have, so there's this sort of this mixed feeling, like, well, isn't this kind of a personal thing? But then the other side of me says it's really kind of a beautiful thing that you can share this sort of thing, and it's just life. And I think the line of what's personal, like a personal experience, is not the same as it used to be, and I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that people have an opportunity to express happiness and sorrow and grief and stupidity and whatever adventure they happen to be on. I think that's a good thing. And so does Hoover the Wonder Puck. Apparently. I think he's barking at me. He could just barely see me. It's driving him crazy. To top off the day, my neighbors across the street, they were having some kind of a contractual dispute with some land that sold, and this contract was signed, and this fellow died, and the young man who's living in the house disputed the contract, and there's lots of issues. But what it all boils down to is I was standing in the front yard across the street, this house, with my other neighbor, with the neighbor who's moving out. Apparently, from what I can understand, dealing with the judge's order to get out. And my new neighbor, who I haven't met yet, pulls into the driveway, gets out of his truck, and comes over, and without another word, looks at the fellow that is moving out, and it says, "You have 1 hour to get out of here before I call the police." And this fellow was, I think, apparently stunned, and said, "Well, I have until June 1st, and I'm here. I'm waiting for somebody to to move this thing," and it escalated from there and got out of control. Well, in the middle of this, and I'm not saying a word, he tells me to get off I have an hour to get off the property or he's calling the cops. Howdy, neighbor. Oh, man. I got bad vibes about this. This is not going to go well. So now I'm apparently, you know, in the evil camp. The evil camp of the former evil person who did him evil. And now I'm an evil person. People. You know, it's just like the animal kingdom, man. It's like males locking horns. I just never get that. They went at it a little bit, and the cops came. Not in an hour. It was like 20 minutes, man, and they were there. And, you know, they diffused the situation, sent people on their way. But now, I'm going to have a new neighbor who's out of his mind. Apparently, he's going to be out of his mind. Like a small-minded person. Oh, man. There's no peace and quiet. Is that the other thing? Did I ever say that? Like we all like to have like a bit of peace and quiet, but it's so fleeting because we work so hard for like either the wrong things or what matters, maybe like just like a glass of homemade wine with fruit that you raised on your property. Like that is something to work for. And that's about it. But you know, we all look for these little bits and pieces of something that means something to us. Man, they're so fleeting. And then there's just another person that is out of his mind, crazy, like running full speed towards what they have no idea, but they're going to run over anybody they can run over to get there. Conversation and fellowship. That's what mankind's known for. Wow, it's been a day. I think I've overexposed myself. And not in a good way either. Maybe I should give it a hiatus for a couple of weeks and just, what would I do though? What would be my motivation to continue with this pointlessness if it wasn't for YouTube? This YouTube foolishness, I don't know. Work on the stairway to heaven. That's the next project. I got to figure out how I'm going to lift the thing. Now the problem is how to lift this massive steel in place. Once I get the foundation dug, the next thing will be to dig the foundation, but I'm going to have some engineering issues with how to lift this thing into place. It's going to be very interesting. I'll try to capture it on video if I'm not in prison. Oh, that was the other thing. The old neighbor's like, well, I'll just take him on because I've been in prison, and if I don't go every few months, they wonder where I am. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. Felony assault. I don't care. Oh, well. Life. Life. Ooh, look, there's weeds I need to pull. See ya.